In this video, a new update dropped which released the two new seeds, Celesta Berry and Moon Mango, which are now two of the most expensive seeds in the game. So I decided to see how OP they are and how OP my farm can get by buying 10 of each seed using Robux. I'll be finding out the base value of both, as well as AFKing overnight to get mutations and sell in the morning. Make sure to watch to the end because the amount will shock you. But with that said, let's get into the video. Alright, so this new Twilight update just dropped, and there's Night Eggs, Night Seed packs, Twilight crates for the new cosmetic packs, Star Callers, Moon Cats, Celesta Berries, and Moon Mangoes. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is buy 10 Celesta Berry seeds, which are 600 Robux each, and 10 Moon Mango seeds, which are 999 Robux each. So we're about to be spending 16,000 Robux on these seeds. Alright, I'm gonna buy the Celesta Berries first. Alright, I got the 10 Celesta Berry seeds. Now I just need the Mango seeds. Okay, we now have our 10 Moon Mango seeds as well. All right, I expanded my garden fully, so we're gonna be planting the Moon Mango seeds on this row, and then we'll be planting the Celesta Berries on this row over here. And I'm so glad we were able to expand our garden, because I have no idea where I would have put these otherwise. First thing we're gonna do is plant them and let them grow normally, just to see how much they are base value. And then we'll use a master sprinkler on them, and then we'll go AFK for a while to see how OP these fruits can really get. In the meantime, we gotta plant them down, though. Alright, the Celesta Berries are put down, and it looks like they actually grow pretty fast. Now it's time to put the Moon Mangoes down. Alright, I just planted everything down. Let me go ahead and use my watering can to grow all these pretty fast. And just like that, our Celesta Berries are grown, and these bushes look really cool. I don't think there's any other plant in the game that has thorns like this, so that's really neat. Alright, just so I don't have to wait too long, I'm gonna go ahead and do a grow all. And there we go, perfect. And look at those big Moon Mango trees. Alright, let's see. I'm just gonna grab what looks to be an average size Celesta Berry, and then I'll grab a Moon Mango. Alright, we have one Celesta Berry and one Moon Mango. Let's go ahead and see how much they sell for. Oh my gosh. Okay, one Moon Mango is about 31,000. Alright, let's see how much a normal Celesta Berry is. How much is this worth? And that's 7,000. Alright, so it looks like the Moon Mangoes might be one of the best trees in the game, right underneath the Moon Blossoms. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do now. Now that we know how much the base values of these fruits are, I'm gonna go ahead and collect all of these and put a master sprinkler down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grow all to see how giant these can get. Also, I have some Twilight crates here I'm gonna put down that I bought earlier, and I'll also be opening these later on in the video to see what type of cosmetics we can get from them. And the cosmetics look pretty cool just from the icons. Alright, I just put my sprinkler down. Let's go ahead and collect all of this. Oops, I think I accidentally just collected something I didn't want to collect yet. And just from those 20 plants, I got my inventory full. Insane. Alright, with our sprinkler down and all the fruits collected, I'm gonna do another grow all. Let's see how big these plants get. Oh my, we got some pretty big Celesta Berries. Did we get any really big Moon Mangoes? Oh yeah, we did. Oh my. Okay, we can't see very well, but there's clearly some pretty big Moon Mangoes in here, which is really nice. Alright, before we go AFK and get these insanely high value from mutations, in my last video, I used Robux to make the most OP garden I possibly could, and from just AFKing one night with that garden, I made 200 billion. And for the last 2 days, I've actually been letting this farm collect mutations while AFKing, and even let it farm during the events, which means most of this is Shocked, Celestial, and even a lot of them are Disco. So I think our farm is about ready to collect, so before we go AFK, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And we should make hundreds of billions, so this is gonna be insane. Let me see how much this one is worth. This has a ton of mutations. Oh, 1.2 billion. Okay, just from Moon Melons alone, we might make around 10 billion. And we made 7.5 billion from Moon Melons. That is crazy. All right, let's go ahead and collect the rest of our garden a while. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sell my star fruits and peppers next. How much is this gonna get us? 94 billion. We are about to be insanely rich. Alright, next up is my moonflowers. We made another 27 billion. I'm gonna save the moon blossoms for last like I did in my video, because these are about to be insane. I have this giant one right here with some nice enchants. This is gonna be worth so many billions, just that alone. And then I have ones like this one with literally every enchant I could possibly get. Alright, now I'm gonna sell our moon glows and our cacao. And we made another 45 billion. And now for the final two best parts of our garden, our beanstalks and our moon blossoms. Let's see how much the beanstalks alone make. And just to give an example of how stacked some of these beanstalks are, here's one of the best enchanted ones I have. Gold, Bloodlet, Celestial, Frozen, Plasma, and Shocked. That is crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and sell all these beanstalks. Oh my god, we just made 112 billion. Guys, in my last video, when I said I made an OP garden, I really meant it. And now it's time for the most OP part of it, the moon blossoms. We spent so much Robux to get these. Alright, before we go ahead and sell these, I'm gonna go ahead and grow all. Let's see how big our garden gets once again. Alright, our garden is once again nice and big. Before I sell these, I'm gonna go ahead and check the value on some of these ones. Like, this should be an insanely expensive one. Oh my god, it's 60 billion alone. Oh my, let's go ahead and sell our inventory. How much are we about to get? 171 billion. Wow. We just made almost 500 billion from selling this garden after AFKing for 2 days one time. That is an insane amount. All right, in the meantime, it looks like our Twilight crates are ready now, so let's go ahead and open these and see what we get. All right, we got an interesting looking metal fence. We got a metal star archway. Oh, it looks like a cool burning chalice and another fence. All right, that's pretty neat. I definitely want to buy more cosmetics and make my garden look cooler eventually. But in the meantime, it's time to go AFK and see how good we can get these moon mangoes as well as the Celesta berries. All right, I'll see you guys when I'm done AFKing. We're definitely going to make tons of money from these, and these have made our garden much more OP. But now I guess it's time to wait for the moment of truth and go AFK. Okay, I just got back from AFKing, and it looks like our moon mangoes have quite a bit of mutations on them, which means our Celesta berries also do. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna collect the Celesta berries and sell those and see how much those make us, and then we'll do the moon mangoes next. And obviously, as we know from the base values alone, the moon mangoes are a lot more expensive. So I'm just gonna take a guess and say we're gonna at least make over 10 billion from the moon mangoes alone. But instead of making more guesses, let me start collecting these Celesta berries. Alright, that didn't take us very long. We got quite a bit of Celesta berries from that. I think we got a little over 100 Celesta berries. And we got some quite big berries as well. Like this one that's frozen, rainbow, and shock. Let's see how much this one is worth. This one is worth 440 million alone. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go ahead and sell our entire inventory and see how much we make. And we made 7 billion from Celesta berries alone. And remember, that was under 1 full day of AFKing. If we AFK'd even longer, we would have gotten more mutations. But with that said, we made 7 billion from the Celesta berries. Now it's time to find out how much we're about to make from these moon mangoes, which, like I said, we already know is worth way more. Alright, it took me way longer than I thought it would, but I think I got all of the moon mangoes. And I think this is our biggest moon mango, which is only frozen in gold. But let's see how much this one sells for alone. That sells for 600 million just with those 2 mutations. And some like this one even being worth 1.3 billion. I also have this one worth 2.5 billion as well. So it's clear these mangoes can get really expensive really fast. And we currently have over 100 of them. So I guess it's about time we sell our entire inventory and see how much we make. And we made 73 billion from that one sale of moon mangoes. From under 1 full day of AFKing, moon mangoes made us 73 billion shekels. That is an insane amount, and is very close, if not more, than the amount our moon blossoms make. Because the base value of the moon mangoes might be smaller, but it looks like they produce a lot more fruit per tree. Did it cost us 10,000 Robux to get 10 trees? Yes. Did it make our garden more OP though? Yes. In total, from the sale, we made 80 billion, with most coming from moon mangoes. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button, and I'll be giving away high value plants randomly to subscribers, so make sure to subscribe to get notified for future videos too. Also, if you want a nice community and tons of giveaways, make sure to join my discord.gg/rounded, link below. Hope you all have a wonderful day.